Another question: playing killers was fun a long time ago, but now it's only stressful. But that's an opinion, a valid opinion, but that's an opinion. I used to love playing as a killer. Win or lose, it was fun, but currently, no matter what, it's just filled with stress and anger. Killers aren't feared anymore.
우리가 뭐 확인을 해봐야 돼 사실. 왜냐면 개발자가 이렇게 딱 나왔는데 그거 보면서 뭐 이렇게 평가만 하다가 마무리가 되느냐, 우리 그런 거 사실 원치 않거든요.
직접
그렇죠?
봐야죠.
개발자
왠지 아세요? 잘하면은 밸런스를 이따구로 만들 수 없어.
말씀 잘해서 하세요.
너 정보 세계야.
번역하지 마세요. 번역하지 마세요. 번역하지 마세요.
해주세요. 이거
번역하지 마세요.
They're talking about like how good of a player that you would be or how bad you would be. Yeah. And since you're the developer, and he was saying, it looks like you'll be pretty good since you're the developer. But him, Luxam, was saying that if you were a very skillful high tier player, the balance would be a little better. That's what he said.
그래서
That's what he said.
개발자의
That's what he said. So he wants to see how well you play.
No, but the thing is, the good thing is I'm not responsible for the balance. The designers are super good, and they're the ones doing it.
밸런스
짜리 하나를 꼈거든요.
지금 방금 보셨어요 지금?
네.
자기 할 거 하고 있어요.
빨간색
I know that guy
티셔츠가
is just gonna be trouble. The Dwight that was just.
게다가 이게 진짜 주목해.
방금 그 놀린 분이 딱 개발자가 보고 저 사람은 잘해서 우선 내비둔다.
잘하는
오히려
사람은
냉정하시네.
play his game.
그 사람이 유도하는 그 술래잡기를 하고 싶지 않대요.
그렇죠. 그럼
전략적으로.
다른 생존자들이 또 그 사이에 발전기를 다 켜버리니까
살인마들이 잡히가.
네, 엄청
지금 안 나왔죠?
보였어요.
보였죠.
진짜 보였어요.
아니 오히려 우리 사냥 당하는 거 아닌가요 이거?
자,
앞에 있어요.
분홍색, 빨간색 나왔죠.
오케이,
그리고 이
좋아요.
맵이 10맵인데
굉장히
네. 매튜!
이게
매튜!
실제로 눈이 부시거든요. 이게.
오,
자.
순간이동.
네.
스킬 썼죠.
왜요?
이거 못 참거든요.
너무 잘해. 너무
다른
잘해.
사람들 다 잡아도 저거 못 참거든요. 너무
진짜 큰일
이거는
났다. 야 이거 큰일 났다. 큰일 났다.
야,
이거
부담까지.
대규모 밸런스 패치가 조만간
이거
예정입니다.
이거는 이거는 사람들이 아주 작정을 했는데요. 이거. 왜 이렇게 좋아? 너무 좋아하는 거 아니야? 너무 좋아하는 거 아니야?
아니,
너무
이걸
좋아.
당해봐야지. 그래야지 이거 고친다니까.
대형 밸런스 패치를 하겠네요.
예. 저 말도 안 되잖아요. 1초기 쳤는데
저분-
돈이 먹는 게.
저건 벤당하는 거 아니죠?
자, 바로 앞에.
저건 저 신변 보호 되는 거죠?
바로 앞에 앞에 문 닫고.
아니 지금 협동으로 괴롭히고 있어요. 한 명이 괴롭히는 게 아니라 두세 명이서 짝을 껴서 괴롭히고 있어요.
돌아가면서 하고 있는데
많이 나죠.
이거 못 때린 건 많이 화날 거예요. 제가
예,
생각할 때는.
제가 아까 말한 그 인코스 있죠? 인코스 타는 친구를 만났어요 드디어.
그 와중에 또
또!
한자
내 눈. 마이 아이.
의사소통을 하면서 하는 거거든요.
그렇죠.
계속 괴롭히거든요.
아주 콩을 뽑는데.
이거는
자,
지금 계속
티백이
손짓만
계속 티백이가 티백이
제대로 눕는다. 끄덕끄덕.
자 샤운 특파원.
못
How do
잡아요.
you feel right now?
How do you feel? Not so good.
별로 안 좋다.
다 나갔어요. 이거 밸런스 패치 좀 앞장.
They want to say this is the Asian server,
Yeah, no,
Asian level play of Dead by Daylight.
new killer.
So that's an opinion.
It was fun to watch and to see the actual developer play the game. And she was talking about how now you felt how the killers feel when a team of 3, a team of 4
Yeah.
go up against you with flashlights and they just play around with you. So
아니 나지
I knew
아니.
that already.
Yeah.
I knew that.
So she was talking about why not, and all three of them were saying about talking about how why not upgrade the killers a little bit if you felt what the pain was as being alone in the woods as a killer by yourself, being team.
I mean, there are some exceptions. In this case, yes. The flashlights are extremely powerful. Extremely powerful.
But either way, the flashlight's the biggest problem. Because now you could blind the killer at any time during the pickup, and he will drop the survivor. There's no skill. It's once you get the confirmed blind, you can run, and he will drop the survivor. You don't even have to be there to witness it. It's the silliest shit I've ever seen. And now you'll see survivors running flashlights all the time. It's driving me nuts. I actually have to run Franklin's demise to keep these flashlights from becoming a problem. Our only thing as killer that we can do is look at a wall, and we've already had to do that, but walls are not always possible, especially if survivors openly die in the center of the field, especially on rotten fields or something. There's nothing you could do to stop that. This is so ridiculous, but what makes this worse is this isn't a bug as part of patch notes. This is intended as balance. This isn't balance. What the fuck are they thinking?
Let's see. Light boy. There you have it. You don't need the timing anymore. The animation, the pickup animation runs out, and then you get stunned.
Let's talk about the nerf to nurse. They fixed an issue, and remember, this is their writing. They fixed an issue that prevented the nurse from being stunned by the pallet during her blink. If a pallet is pulled on the nurse, she will get stunned after her blink is complete. What this means is now those times when you threw down a pallet and nurse was in the middle of blink, you wouldn't stun her. But now, she'll blink, she'll sit there, you'll stun her, and she'll still go through her whole blink phase, and then she'll fatigue, get up, and then get stunned. The amount of additional time on that is absolutely ridiculous. And to nerf the nurse so hard that her only benefit of ignoring pallets is now a massive crutch against her, I don't know what the developers were even thinking. She's too slow, therefore she gets looped, therefore she has to teleport, which is already kind of hard to do, and now you've made it that a pallet is legitimately one of the safest ways to punish a nurse.
By the stun time, you can still judge. Yeah, this is exactly what I meant, by the way.
We might as well go back to the blood wipe and fatigue for every hit you make. I mean, that would also balance the nurse, am I right?
Watch out for pallets, yeah, I know they ruined her. I got pallet stunned through a rock that was next to a pallet. Yeah, the pallet, if you could see the pallet hitbox, it'd be like this massive fucking circle around it. It's definitely not on the pallet. They don't want it on the pallet though, they want it to be a big hitbox. If you remember at the very start with pallets, there were massive complaints because the killer were hitting people before the pallets, blah, 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 blah. And they just kept buffing until people stopped complaining about pallets. But now they complain that they're too powerful. But that doesn't, they don't change. Oh, we've got an obsession bastard, haven't we?
Come on, that's ridiculous. Really? Nope, you are not getting out of here. Well, that's an opinion.
As far as Marth88 is concerned, he has said that he's talked to the devs and they thought that this would be a good quality of life update.
Okay. She dies. Are you fucking kidding me with that?
So if you guys knew that you had to time your flashlight blind and your pallet stun properly in order to get the killer to drop the survivor he's in the middle of picking up. Well, they felt that was an issue and that it needed to be corrected. So they removed any thought of skill from this game, and now, as long as you hit the pallet, it doesn't matter in what part of the animation, it will drop the survivor. But what it will do is it...
They're always having fun.
Stop. I'm not sure if they actually get up. I haven't tried that one. That would be interesting.
I know what I was thinking about as well. He's over there teabagging. Oh, you're amazing, man, yeah. Get your glory on stream. This is a stream cipher.
There you go, Ace. Well done, you. Hope you're proud of yourself. Hey, are we going to the basement? Oh, fuck, Bucket. Really? Is he gonna make it? Oh, he's gonna make it.
In all honesty, this makes me lose a lot of faith in the developers of Dead by Daylight, because if they don't even understand how they are destroying what small balance we do have, life is hard as a killer as is.
Hey everybody, my name's Bricky. I want to die. This is the lunar event that I have not played a single match of during the entire lunar event because it was completely, absolutely broken and busted, and people were being dropped as the killer by throwing a pallet on them before they even finished picking them up. The flashlights were overpowered, everything was ruined, the entire game was broken. The entire game was broken because QA is hard. But at the moment, I thought, why not just absolutely make me want to hate myself to the highest extent possible. So I thought, Freddy. Because Freddy Krueger has not had a very good run in Dead by Daylight. No, he has not. He has had he's a very sad boy. He tips his fedora at Claudette. Claudette just kind of gives him the finger, teabags him behind a pallet, and then sprint bursts away, because that's the way Dead by Daylight works. But I felt like playing a little bit of Freddy. I don't know why. I really don't know why I wanted to play Freddy. I don't know why anyone would ever want to play Freddy unless you just like Freddy. I honestly don't know, but I felt like it, so we're going to play some Freddy.
Got him. And it needs to be a faster uncloak. Dude, I just lost 3 gens to 1 hook. And I'm about to get DS'd. Oh. Why do I play other killers than Billy the Nurse?
I mean, I'm very optimistic, but I think the devs have kind of messed up the game for now. But we'll see. I'll be able to tell you. Well, we've got an object of a session, teabags. Yeah, it's awesome. I understand that survivors are really toxic in this game. Teabaggy, decisive with flashlight. Yeah, just an ego survivor. The devs do it. You can't blame that guy for having a massive head. He don't understand what the devs are doing.
Critical, I have not. We need to drop these D strikes immediately. Let's see here. Will I have to eat through 4 D strikes? They've had 3 this game. Every... Wow.
Well, that's an opinion.
Oh dear, Ace has made his way past the totem. Damn it. He's gonna know where the totem is. And if he knows where the totem is, that's bad. Come here. There we go. Get in that dream. Don't... Ace, I swear to God. Do not touch my totem. Do not touch my totem. No. Out of my way. Okay, well, my totem's dead. I know I can't take you out, and I'm sad about that, but whatever. Okay, well, and there we have one of the reasons... Oh, well, my Hex Ruin's dead too, but there we have one of the reasons why Freddy is not a very good killer. Damn it. And there they go, they're running at the hook again. I am sorry, Ace, but... Oh, come on. Ah, fuck it, whatever. There's no, like, actual whack hit sound. Oh, damn. Sorry, Ace. But, yeah, sorry, David. You guys all know that you can't do anything. Ace, what are you doing? Ace, what are you doing? Ace, what are you doing? What do you think you're doing, Ace? You're a silly man. Son of a bitch. Just in case. Oh. What are you doing, Ace? What are you doing? I see you teabagging over there. I see you. I see what you want. You want me to go to that pallet. I see through the lies of the Jedi. Oh my goodness gracious, there are so many... I thought there were going to be only a few pallets. There are so many more than just a few pallets on this map. I'm a big fan. I love the Goonies. Fucking sacked by a Freddy, time to hand in my gamer card. Dude, I loved you in Ice Age. Thank you. I enjoyed playing the Sloth. They said I was the perfect fit mentally. GG. Oh wow, they had a lot of stuff. God damn. Oh, well, that's kind of mean. Oh well. Good enough. I got a 4-man as Freddy. Freddy obviously overpowered. Best character in the game. Never doubt him. Best character. No one better than Freddy. Fantastic. Best game. 10 out of 10. Alright. Well, with that being said and done, I played my one and probably only game for the Lunar event currently. Not a personal fan of this event. Not a huge fan of it. Allows you to take on the role of the Doctor. For that, thank you, game, for the Doctor Splinter. I never got a chance to play as him before. I appreciate the assistance.
Even if the killer brings his best add-ons, a survivor's best add-ons and items are superior. And so because of this, it has been a thing for killers such as myself to put up a lot of complaints that maybe killers are just a bit too weak. In fact, they are so weak there's a literal limit to how good a killer can be, and that they rely on the skill of the survivor to be lower in order to capitalize on the weakness and then dampen their entire team and chances of powering the gate optimally. If killers don't play optimal hillbilly nurse, then they are literally asking for the chances to be put against them.
I knew you were baiting me. They're 360ing the hell out of me. You see this shit? This is like ridiculously hard. Yeah. This game's on another level when you verse good survivors as a killer. As the Meg.
Pretty good job so far.
Why did it go there? Game. You see that bloody teleport? Insta-heal as well. This is probably a stream start, guys. More than likely. Possibly a stream start so I'll be friends. It definitely don't feel like a normal game. Or it could just be like a survive with friends. Oh yeah, they don't let you do that, do they? For some reason. You would face camp. Not really face camp, but like, I mean, what else can I do in this situation? They're all around me. Stop. Jump back through there again. And before they say camper, I mean, what else could I do? Like, they always stay far enough away. Oh, she messed up. Oh, she has done. That's what I mean when I say dead hard allows you to make, like, mess up and get away with it. Someone's here, but I don't really hear her. She got the fast vault. I'm not sure what else to do in this point of it, like this at this point. Adrenaline, you see this stuff. This is crazy. Into adrenaline. She's probably got insta-heal as well. Oh, she's got borrowed as well, holy crap. And another insta-heal? How many insta-heals are that? What is this? What's that? Is that 2 insta-heals? 2 insta-heals and adrenaline? 3 insta-heals? And they know I've got no. This is a stream snipe. At least, I mean, like, this shows how broken survivors can be, but like, nothing gets done. Like, how is this fine? Look at this stuff. This is fucking mental. Is this skill? I don't think this is skill. I think we should be able to get the thing though. We should be able to get the Blood Warden. Has she got an insta-heal? So our friend's sniper team, yeah. But how ridiculous this looks. And still the devs won't do anything. And they'll just keep balancing for rank 20s over and over again. Alright, luckily I can maybe get this girl as well. I guess we'll see. These Blood Wardens are going to be up now. Little delay, but there's so many pallets around here. Because I went to the key half the game. I can't hear anything either, I can't see anything. They were all ranked, didn't want to die. That's what I was trying to. I think the 2-2 moved to the actual, that's what it was. Yeah, they've not got everything. The sign's gone so far, or too far. Oh, they'll keep doing it, Ivan. They're getting rid of Bloodlust. They're going to be making it so the nurse is worse over and over again until, you know, people start saying that's just fine. It is what it is. These guys will probably have a massive ego as well. Probably put on a highlight video because, you know, survivors are so hard to play and it's really hard game there. Oh, they're trying to piss me off.
And it's very frustrating when you get an organized group playing against you like this. These are tweaks that are going to happen. I mean, I'm not going to promise anything right now because I get in trouble when I do that. But yeah, definitely we want to make sure that both sides are always having fun, but some combinations are going to be much more powerful than others.
Do you honestly think you're fucking funny?
They reverted the pallet stuns and the flashlight stuns from picking up a survivor as a killer. That part's fantastic. They also reverted the pallet stun on the blinking nurse, but the worst part that they said here was that this change is planned to be brought back when other issues related to pallets are fixed. This is pulling an EA. This is horrible. Why would you bring something back that obviously angered a ton of us? Ha! A whole bunch of other things have gone whack, apparently. Killers are complaining about not being able to hear things, the noise on the attack is messed up.
When will you fix all the audio issues in the game, especially those related to killer gameplay?
Well,
It's your favorite kind of question.
well, there's
We're working
sound,
on the sound issues, like you mentioned. We
Working
know
on the
them.
sound issue, that's sure, because it's in the core of the gameplay. But right now, we had to choose between, so the new bug on the sound side is on the hit, right, and some skill checks at some point. We had issues with the heartbeats before, so we had to fix that first, then introduce a new issue, which is less of a priority, but still a very high priority because sound is very important in the game. This was not something that, I mean, I can't say more than that because we're working on the fix for that right now.
That's not a. Technically, that's not a valid question. When will you fix all the audio issues in the game? Because there's always going to be an audio issue in the game.
It's going to come for a little fix for each specific thing. We had a lot of people sending us examples of when the sounds don't work,
and
so that helps a lot.
Yeah.
And now it's all on the sound. I was caught by surprise by this question. I don't know why.
It's okay. We asked the questions that people want to hear answers to.
I see a lot of questions about scratch marks. I know for a fact that Design was looking into it like a week back. So they're looking into having maybe, and this also is not my work, but that's what I heard from the team, a capsule to encapsulate the scratch marks, because right now they don't have, there's no capsule, so they can go anywhere.
Oh, right.
So that's one thing that they found.
Okay.
Some investigations.
Audio issues are low priority, so he did say it's in. It's disgusting.
You could be the best killer in the world, but time itself is against you at every waking second. Even the best killer that plays optimally, the survivors would have to avoid playing optimally in order for the killer to stand even the slightest of chances. Killers are less interactive and more reactive. They can take advantage of mistakes made by survivors, but they cannot really control much ebb and flow. They have some, mind you. Huntress, Hillbilly, and Nurse have higher skill caps for a reason. They have the abilities that do drastically change the game. One-hit chainsaw, blinks that can't be avoided if you're good enough, and Huntress hatchets that, oh my god, when devastating from across the map, scariest thing you'll come across. But that's it. You're not going to get that from Wraith, Doctor, Hag, Trapper, or anyone else, really. Especially not Freddy. Go, bitches, go! No! No, blinder! Blinder! Beat the crap out of her! You can't stop me! Not Freddy. Oh, shit. As it stands now, there are few killers remaining in Dead by Daylight. Queue times are once again at an all-time high, especially at the higher ranks, because nobody likes to play killer. It fails to promise the one thing that asymmetrical games promise to the single powerful unit, the power roll. Survivors are, as of now, both the numerous and power roll, while the killer remains to be an interactive artificial intelligence, with limitations to how skillful that killer can be. I would like to say that this really isn't me being stubborn and not wanting to get better, but this is me realizing that there's a limit to how much better I can be, even if I wanted to break the limit. The mechanics of the game are my limit, and the interactivity that I have is not enough. I, as a killer, do not have the tools to properly make decisions and plays that would otherwise change the game. As I said before, this is not Marvel vs. Capcom. I cannot make the active decision to break your defense. I have to have you make the mistake to break your own defense. And there's only so much I can do. And a single mistake by me is far more costly than just following you through that loop. I think it's become important now that Dead by Daylight's in a critical point where survivors are really the only fun side to play while killers suffer. And to be honest, it's affected me. I'm not gonna lie, I've had a pretty shit attitude for a while. People have called me out on it, and I've done my best to get over how frustrating it is as a killer.
Do you have any plans or ideas how you would like to improve the killer experience? Well, I would say maybe try Survivor for a bit. No, but it's true. I mean, change it up. Maybe you're just tired, you know, or play something else for a week. Try Civilization or something, just for a refreshing change. Balance is. I shouldn't be saying that. Should I be saying that? It's a good game. Just play that. No, Bjorn is telling me I shouldn't be saying that. Okay. Balance is something that we're constantly discussing.
He's back from vacation, so
I played a lot of Civilization during my holidays. It's a good game. Anyway. So the balancing and making sure that it's fun on both sides is very rarely just aimed like, oh, let's make killers better. It's rarely that. And technically, I'd say that Bloodlust was probably a little bit that kind of push, but really...
I think there's important points here about the stressful and anger.
Yes.
And just of it.
And it's a rank thing also, I'd say. Because when you're playing under rank 15, let's say, because you don't play that well, and again, rank is a bit of a loaded issue, but...
Okay, let's restart.
If you're playing high-end, it's true that the balance is different.
Yeah, if you're competitive and you want to get
super hardcore, yeah.
Yes, there's things that are being looked at to make the life more fun, that's for sure. Some fixes that are needed to basic... mechanics in the games that needs fixing.
But you had a very good point also when we talked about that earlier.
Yes, so this was actually for the
next question.
The next question was about the reward, the community reward, and we've been hearing a lot of.
Hey, it's just for survivors when you get a reward for killers.
So most of our players are playing both sides.
Yeah.
I like to try to see the community as player based and not killer versus survivors all the time.
Yeah.
It's a game that has different ways to play, right? One side is completely different from the other, and I think it's very important to explore both of them in the game. And when we do make changes, it's for the best of the whole player base.
There you go.
And not specifically killer or survivor mains. Yep.
Well said. Thank you.
And if I gotta go be a survivor, I will. I have no problem doing that. But good luck watching every other killer walk out of this game just like I might. I'm tired and sick of this bullshit. Stop nerfing the fucking killers. It's not a good idea. We already struggle. You can complain and come up with any excuses to why Survivor's hard, but I guarantee you, Survivor is the easiest role to do, and if you're struggling, I do apologize. But I don't struggle at all, and I bully the shit out of killers. It's hilarious. It's bad. It's bad for the game. The game is completely in the survivor's favor. That should be a majority vote from the community. And for those of you who are like, oh hell no, it's absolutely for the killers, I would ask that we have a nice chit chat, because I have no idea where you come to that conclusion.
I kind of enjoy all killers, that's why I like this game. But, yeah. There's frustration with what the devs are doing. They're trying to make it as easy as possible for survivors. The thing that I don't like is how the survivors bully the killers as if the survivors is so much harder to play. When in actual fact, survivors is a lot easier to play than killers. But it's like more impressive for survivor stuff than killer stuff. Or maybe I'm wrong, but that's the way I feel. I feel like, you know, that's the way it's looked at. It's a very annoying thing. That's one of my main gripes about the game, really, because I like the game itself.
It just feels like the game is shit.
Have you read the apologies from the devs? Yeah. It was damage control. It wasn't a real one.
What are your thoughts on meta perks? Do you believe that meta perks should even exist in the first place in a game like DBD? So any game that has strategy in it has a meta game. But it's part of, you know, learning about a game. If there's more than one strategy possible in a game, if there's more than one way to go about doing things, then you're gonna get a meta game of what is the best strategy and what are the best combos and discussions about that. However, I think that one of the things that I'm happy about right now in the state of the game is the fact that there used to be like an ultimate build, and nowadays the range of the perks or the you know, the add-ons, the stuff that you use to build your meta is bigger than it was. There are more options. There are there are different opinions on what's the best build, what's the best build if you're playing Nurse, what is the best build if you're playing this. And that to me speaks of a richer environment and a healthier game. So,
but there are always going to be meta.
There's always going to be perks that are considered meta in the sense that they are, you know, better than the others, or they work better together, and this is a more efficient strategy.
I think it was also a way to say, hey, shifting the meta, is that going to happen too? Well, we'll see.
It's not the same now as it was a couple months ago. Mm-hmm. It keeps shifting.
Some things have been there for a while, though.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, Self-Care and Spring Burst are classic. I don't think Decisive Strike is going anywhere. NANI? For now. Okay. Hey, devs.
Just the idea that not only after that, but in their dev stream, they made mention that they are going to nerf Bloodlust.
Question by Baron. Will you be adjusting Bloodlust, Brutal Strength, and or Enduring now that palettes have been reduced again and a greater focus being put on stealth with the emblem system?
We're probably going to go towards reducing acceleration for Bloodlust.
Yes, yes.
So that is in the plans right now. It's not done.
Yeah, so the speed increase will be slightly reduced is currently what we have in mind right now.
Because there was a palette nerf. But do you guys remember that that palette nerf removed one palette from most maps, if none at all?
Wow.
There was no such thing as a palette nerf, and now they're already looking to nerf Bloodlust. I'm losing my mind with this. The palettes, everything, they just aren't prioritizing the basic shit that puts this community together. This game's gonna die in the way it's going. If the developers don't even understand their own game and are making decisions that outright upset the balance and just piss us all off because, oh hey, this was a good idea, out of all the fixes they could have made, they made a fix to issues that were never issues. Does that make sense? I mean, maybe it wasn't what they intended. Maybe they do want it this way, but then you're gonna just see a whole bunch of killers wave goodbye.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man.
Do you still believe in your statement that you have to be so good to do anything resembling balance? And I stand by that.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible, but you have to be very good to pull off something. I mean, you can do the thing and spin around. Everybody can do that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's a mind game, first and foremost. You should be one step ahead.